Guilty Simpson, Royce 5'9", Eminem, Elzhi.
EmceeTV.
All right, yo, we caught up with the infamous Marv Won, Detroit legend, 8 Mile. I mean, the accolades are all the way there. Battle rap legend, actor, professional MC, producer.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Like, we all the way there.
Come on.
Yeah. I appreciate you sitting down with us on EmceeTV, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the opportunity, man. I appreciate it. You know, I love talking to y'all.
Hell yeah. So real quick, I just wanted to, for the folks that don't know, and I'm sure there ain't many of them, you know what I mean? Let's take it all the way back. Like, you grew up in Detroit. Were you born out here?
Yep, born and raised in Detroit, East Side. I lived on the West Side for a minute, but I'm an East Side boy. You know what I'm saying? Made my bones out here. You know what I'm saying? Late 90s, early 2000s. Just been smoking shit ever since.
You're definitely known for the battle rap. You know what I mean? You've been out there putting in work all across the country, probably international as well.
Yeah, couple.
Yep.
Couple stamps, couple passport stamps.
What would you say your favorite battle is? Like, who's your favorite one, or even something off top that's most recent that you just really just loved? You know what I mean?
My favorite battle is probably I had the opportunity to go and battle in Johannesburg, South Africa. So I was able to battle a guy over there named Jenai, who's like super dope. And just the realization of being a kid from the east side of Detroit, being able to go to Africa, you know, for doing things that got me kicked out of class, it was just fucking, it was amazing to me. More recently, I had a really good battle with Ace. I mean, shouts to Ace, for like a new kind of concept called Rome. Shouts to my man Emerson Kennedy and everybody over at Last Second C. It was really fucking dope. I really like the process and the concept of it. So that's the one that stands out more recently.
So this one's going to be a little more typical. I feel like everybody has this in every city, but who would you put on your the Detroit Mount Rushmore? Like who's just them guys for you?
Guilty Simpson, Royce 5'9", Eminem, Elzhi.
Nice. That's what's up. That's a great list.
Yeah, man. Like, but there's so many other people. I could have went Big Hurt. I could have went Fat Father. I could have went King Gordy. I could have went Fat Ray. Like, I could have went Miss Corona, Quest McCody. Like, it's so. I always say that Detroit breeds the best rappers. Like, regardless of the content, Detroit breeds the best technical rappers. So, but those four are the ones who just, like, I got starstruck. I still get starstruck when I see those four. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. I would definitely say, you know what I mean? I agree with your list wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? Like, Detroit is just music city in general, but the people you chose are on a whole nother level for sure.
Yeah, it's hard to go against Elzhi. It's hard to go against it's hard to go against Guilty Simpson. It's hard to vote against Royce. It's impossible to vote against him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then there are people who can have a whole nother four, and then their four won't be wrong. So it's super dope. It's super dope here.
So speaking on Fat Father a little bit, we did the track with him a couple years ago. You know what I mean? But you guys have been rocking together for a little minute. Can you speak on him a little bit? Like, how did you guys first link up?
Man, well, you know, Fats is one of the most influential people in my career. Like when I didn't necessarily know who I wanted to be, I was able to look to Fats. Because we're around the same age, but he was much more seasoned, you know what I'm saying, in this than I was. So I was able to look to him and realize it was cool to just be who I was, as opposed to a character, or opposed to, you know, being what a rapper is supposed to be. So I've known Fats most of my adult life, like all of my adult life rather. I've known him all of my adult life, and it's still super crazy to me that someone that I legitimately like call a friend is still like one of the best rappers like I've ever heard. And I think I'm nice. And he's definitely a person that I defer to, like, for sure. Fats is super nice. He's always been nice. His pockets, his creativity, like, just like everything, like his confidence. Like, I've stolen a lot from Fats, bro. Like, I know I have. But it's cool.
You guys didn't you guys have I could be wrong. Didn't you guys have a group together for a minute?
We in a group. I mean, we in two groups actually. We, you know what I'm saying? He's the founder of Fat Killers. That was me, Fats, King Gordy, Bang Belushi, and then he and I had a side project. That is my fault that it hasn't come out yet. I know it's my fault. When we were doing the Twin Towers, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he's always a person that I defer to. Like, he's always a rapper I defer to. Like, and it's not just because he's my friend. It's because he's legitimately one of the best people I've ever heard pen to pad, for sure.
That's dope. That's awesome to have somebody like that in your arsenal.
Yeah, for sure. It keeps you sharp.
Hell yeah.
If you're the best person in your friend circle, you probably need a better friend circle. You never learn.
Facts.
Facts,
without a doubt. You mentioned King Gordy, Detroit legend.
Mm-hmm.
Can you speak on, you guys, like, he's part of the group as well?
For sure. Gordy is by far the most unique individual I've ever met in hip hop. Like, not even just Detroit hip hop, but hip hop in general. And where people don't give him enough credit is that he's an incredible fucking writer and rapper. You may not agree with the content, but if you put him on a beat, nobody's going to do with that beat what he does. Like, Gordy gets crazy. And when he gets in his, like, more urban, like, street bag, it's very, very difficult to put many people above King Gordy as a rapper. Like, legit. He gets crazy.
What is kind of unique about him, he can touch on that Juggalo bag, which is a huge asset in Detroit. Super.
I mean, he's definitely one of the first people I saw personally how they embraced him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not necessarily his background. That's not necessarily his background, but being able to tap into it and give them what they want without sacrificing any of his ability, like, it taught me a lot. And I'm super humbled to have seen it or be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm bouncing around a lot here, but I appreciate you. Have you ever done any work with the Juggalo dudes out here?
So if I have, it's been through Gordy. You know what I'm saying? Just because that's not necessarily, I'm sure I'm not necessarily their cup of tea. But I have gone to the gathering maybe like 3 or 4 times.
Dope.
It's different. It's different. But what I did learn is what I'll always give Shaggy and Jay credit for. They found their market and appealed to them. They didn't need anybody else outside of their core. They didn't need anybody else outside of the people that they wanted to reach. They didn't try to make singles. They didn't try to get songs with women singing the hooks or none of that shit. They found their core and they appealed to them, and they were so good at what they did that everybody everybody flocked to them. Seeing that firsthand was super inspiring. You know what I'm saying? It definitely made me question the idea of going to a major label with music. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're so hands-on and they see every dollar. And those fucking gatherings were packed for days. I got so many stories, some that are probably illegal that I'll never tell, but they definitely don't get enough credit for being businessmen, for sure.
All right, so here's a dope one. We talking Detroit hip hop. This one's Detroit food. You guys are known for Little Caesars. Detroit's got its own version of pizza, its own style of pizza. Who's got the best Detroit pizza?
Okay, so let me say this. Super big ups to the Illages. Super big up to the family. Little Caesars is a Detroit staple. Little Caesars has not been the same in 20 years. When I was growing up, Little Caesars was a legit delicacy pizza. Like, it was like fucking like a celebration pizza. It wasn't like graduation pizza, because that was Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut was like graduation pizza. But Little Caesars was like good report card or good game pizza. And it came in like this paper sleeve with like 2 pizzas, and it was so fucking good. Then they just start selling the pizza kits and just the hot and readies, and it was just like, it's food, I guess. So the best Detroit pizza is probably gonna be Buddy's, the original Buddy's on 6 Mile and Conant. That's probably the best one, honestly. Pizza Populous is really good, but I don't know if we can actually claim that. I don't think it's a Detroit company. Shields has a really good pizza, and for me, the sleeper is Jets. I think Jets has an incredible fucking pizza, but I think people front on it because it's a chain or a franchise. But Jets pizza is really good.
Word. While we on it, Coney dogs. Coney's are a Detroit thing. Do you know what's the story on that? Do you know anything about that?
I don't. And then because, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't eat pork. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, a lot of those dogs are either they're made with pork or they have pork casings. So I really don't fuck with them. But I guess the argument has always been like Lafayette and American because they're right downtown. They're right next to each other. But I definitely feel like it's probably the same dog at every Coney. It's just the chili. The chili is what makes the difference, honestly. Some are a little bit more savory. Some are a little bit more sweet. Some are a little bit more runny. Some are a little bit more thick. It just depends on what your preference is. And everybody's going to argue for their neighborhood Coney Island. Like, if you're from the west side, you won't argue for L. George's. If you're from the east side, you're going to argue for Roberts. If you fucking from Midtown, you're gonna argue for Super Coney. Like, it just depends where your stop is. That's all.
All right, we're going back with this one. Like I said, I'm jumping around here a little bit. I apologize. September 2003, Obi Trice dropped Cheers. We going 20 years ago. Can you speak on what the feeling in the city was? You know what I mean? Like that's I imagine that had to be iconic for Detroit to have somebody on that stage at that level.
I mean, you know what? I don't think Obi gets enough credit. Like when they have the conversations of Detroit hip hop, because Obi was a fucking supernova, bro. Before he did the Cheers thing, he was working with a producer out of Toronto named Moss, and he put out a couple joints like "Well Known Asshole," "Give Me My Dad Back," stuff like that. And they were like buzzing around the city. Like Obi was really, really buzzing. And then when he got signed, like it felt like one of us had got signed. You know what I'm saying? Like it legitimately felt like, oh shit. Oh, like I just saw him last Wednesday at the Lush, or I just saw him whatever. And Cheers was a really, really underrated album. They still play that fucking setup beat and shit right now. Like that's a really good Obi song. You know what I'm saying? Like I think people tried to like put a label on him because of the Got Some Teeth joint. But Cheers was a good project. That was a really good time in the city to be from the city. It made you feel like, okay, it's within reach. Legit. So shouts to Obi for that. I didn't know it was 20 years.
Yeah. It's definitely a classic record that stays in rotation in my whip, without a doubt.
Legit.
Hell yeah. Okay. So we went from 2003. This one's a little more somber question. 2006, legendary Jay Dilla passes. I mean, he was a national icon, but can you tell us, did you have any experiences with him, or?
I had a few interactions with him, but I was just more of a fan like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of the noise that, you know, my group was making at the time, we were on his radar, which was super humbling to me. I never got an actual chance to work with him, but I did speak to him on a few occasions, you know what I'm saying, through DJ House Shoes, you know, which was super, super dope for me. But it's one of those things where, you know, people don't necessarily realize what they have until it's gone. Like, and although I'm very happy that he's getting his flowers, I wish that he was able to get them in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still getting flowers for shit that he did while he was alive. Like, it's not like he was doing, like, he put out this shit while he was alive. It didn't have to take for him to die for you to do a deep dive on it. But I do think he's the greatest producer, you know what I'm saying, in the history of hip hop. I know that there's bias. I know that there's bias when I say it. I'm cool with it. But yeah, it was super. That was a hell of a year. We lost Dilla and Proof in 06. That was a hell of a year. We took some hits. I don't know if we ever really recovered from them, honestly.
It's cool to see Proof's legacy on top of all the music he created and whatnot, you know what I mean? But now Nassan coming up and doing things in the city, his son.
What's super dope about Nassan is that he's not resting his hat on being Proof's son. And I think it's really dope that he's carving out his own lane. And he's really good at it too. So, you know, he'll always have the support of the city. But I think he'll have the support of the city for being Nassan, not necessarily for being Proof's son. So that's dope.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I got a track with him. I'm really excited to release. It's kind of,
yeah, the song go crazy too.
Yeah,
he get crazy.
He's spazzed on it.
Yeah, he go off.
Yeah,
and his fucking videos are crazy. You ever seen his videos?
Yeah,
yeah,
on a whole nother level.
Yeah, he does that all himself.
Yeah, that's
like,
dope.
Every time he shoots him, like it's fucking crazy.
That's like some Hobson shit where he studied how cameras work and the filming and placement and all of that and it looks professional as could be. Like it's
he's smoking shit.
Yeah, it's on a whole nother level. He's got gun shootouts and
like I'm super proud of the song.
Yeah, he's definitely on another level. Okay, so let's get into your projects. You know, I was just we were just listening on the way here to listen. We were listening to the last project, and I put the clock on them.
Okay.
That is the visuals for that with the chessboard. You know what I mean, and just the track itself. You know what I mean, is symbolic.
Yeah, man. You know what? I think I was in a pretty good groove on the album. Like I found a really good creative space on Sooner Than Later. It took me a minute to drop it after Soundtrack of Autumn because I was living in my own head. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to compete with my prior projects as opposed to just letting them be their own, you know what I'm saying, their own entities. But once I got over that, like Sooner Than Later is a really good project. Like top to bottom is really good. Another one of those projects where I did all the production. So like it was super easy. It was super easy for me to know how to attack certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super happy with that. I appreciate y'all listening to it.
Of course. I brought a copy of the vinyl that I grabbed from you last time we linked up. I'm gonna see if I can pressure you to sign it for me.
Oh yeah, for sure. You
frame it and put it on the wall in the studio.
You gotta have a marker though. I'll do it on a marker.
I brought a marker.
No, you lit.
I came prepared.
I got you.
All right. So we've dabbled in this. Before we turn the cameras on, you were talking about production. You're doing production now, and have been for a while. But you were saying you're really enjoying that. I know you've produced for some of the folks that we were recently talking about, Paradigm and some different folks. Is that something you see yourself digging more into going forward?
I just feel like, you know, I was around. Like I've always made beats, but I never took it serious. Like I always knew how to work machines. You know what I'm saying? Like being up here at Silent Riot or being around my man Big Cobb, R.I.P., or being around Denon. Like I would be a fool not to try to pick up on it. I just felt, you know, that I have an ear for it. And I do appreciate, I think maybe because arrogantly speaking, like I feel like I'm really good at rapping. So it's like, okay, I got that in the bag. Now let me try something that, you know, I can fall flat on my face in. And it's a lot more gratifying. Like, you know what I'm saying, creating a good beat. All of them don't be home runs though. It's some whiffs for sure. Some of them bitches I'm struck out with. But like it is very fulfilling. I really enjoy producing. Like I do feel that that's going to be my next venture. Like I just want to put projects together for artists, top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel I have the vision to do that.
I definitely enjoy. I've just now started learning production myself, and when you dive into something new like that you think you know something about, and then you start fucking with it, it's really interesting to see how much you really don't know about something.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. What are you using?
Well, so that's what I was gonna say. The internet's gonna roast me if I don't ask you, but I use FL Studio.
You know, man, a lot of people use FL, bro. Like it doesn't even have the connotation that it used to have back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like if you told somebody like you were fucking like making beats on FL, they would try to they would hit you with like this fucking purist type attitude. Like, oh, if it's not an MP, if it's not fucking vinyl and scratching, it's not the same thing. And it's just like, man, everything evolves, and it's not about what you use, it's about what you get out of it. So like FLs is a thing. Right now I use Machine. I just like the workflow of Machine. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a real big MPC 2000 guy. I was a big 2000 XL guy, but you couldn't carry that bitch around. Like, it was like wow heavy. You know what I'm saying? So the 9 basically, my man Mr. Porter basically banned me from using it, and I had to learn how to use Machine, and the workflow, it just blew me away. So I've been on it ever since.
That's dope. Talk about that, man. That's got to be a huge mentor. You know what I mean? He's got production credits with everybody.
Nah, he's by far the most underrated producer in history. Like, not just like hip hop, but history. The 9 makes incredible fucking music. If people were able to hear some of the things that he's just sitting on, it would blow their fucking minds. You know what I'm saying? So, like fucking around on a beat and then hearing what he making in the next room would definitely make you get on your shit. Cause you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, this don't compare to that. So it's super humbling. It's super humbling. And that's my brother. That's my big brother. I appreciate him. I love him to death.
That's awesome. All right, we won't take up a whole bunch more of your time. I know a few months ago you had the battle with Disaster. Can we talk on that a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
The shouts to Diz.
Yeah.
This is definitely a GOAT tier bucket list battle. We were able to do it in fucking Salt Lake City, Utah, which is super dope. Shouts to my people out of Mike Masters, my man Hoodie Jer, my man Gabino. Like, it was super dope. And it was super dope for all of the times that we have been around each other and hadn't run into each other, like in that space, that we were able to actually, you know what I'm saying, dance. It was dope.
Hell yeah. Okay, so let's talk about your next upcoming project. You just kind of gave us. I don't know if you've been. I might have missed it. I don't know if you've been tweeting about this or not, or if this is breaking news.
It's not yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, the announcement is going to be made really, really soon. But the next project is done. It's going to be entitled "I'm Fine, Thanks for Asking." I did all the joints again. I have some really nice features on there. I'm really proud of this project. Like, this is, like, I know every person talks about their upcoming release like this is the one, or, you know, this is my baby. But I feel like this will put me in different conversations. It won't be like, hey, he's a good artist. It's gonna be like, oh shit, he's one of those. Like, I want it to be my Book of Ryan. You know how when Royce dropped Book of Ryan, everybody was like, oh, we see the difference. That's what this project is for me.
Man, I think we hit a lot of great ones. Yeah, shit. I think we'll end it at that, man. We'll leave them thirsty for a little more.
So,
I definitely appreciate you sitting down with us.
Definitely.
Big ups to Marv Won. It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Likewise, man. Thank y'all for making the drive, man. Just make it worth your while.
Hell yeah.
Legit.
All right, until next time.
Peace.
Every 16 I pen in his pad, comparable to Maryland heroin bags. See, this the repercussion of them delicate raps. You selling these cats, y'all pop chains from peddling fast. We've been known to snatch a piece or two. Y'all can't take over cause we gon' eat the you. Rock steady like a ginger brought Aretha through. This shit torture and I'ma keep feeding you. On that East Coast shit, y'all better duck down. Price on his dome, 5 on it like yuck mouth. When the plug get knocked, that's when the price jumps. American Nightmare, that's where the Spice One. Rappers running like Ricky in the alleyway, putting